What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the web? Today is Saturday, January 20th, 2024. We are pretty much at the end of the month. It's the second to last Saturday of the month. And with that being said, this is Play Bite Extra, the show where we take whatever the common theme was for the past week of gaming news and give our opinion on it. Just wrap it up, basically. So if that's something that interests you, hit that subscribe button down below. The overarching theme of this week on Play Bite was choice. Whether it be Gears of War coming to PlayStation, giving players more choices to play it, Atlas canceling a new Persona game in favor of more Persona 5, Sony saying multiplayer is dead, Ubisoft wanting you to be cloud only for your gaming, the biggest game store in Europe closing down and fans being upset that they won't have a choice over their games, and ultimately Days Gone 2's petition getting as big as it has. The theme over the last week was definitely choice. If you go all the way back to the 60s and 70s when gaming first started, gamers have always been about choice, whether it be playing games at home, in the arcade, on the computer, etc. And then fast forward to modern age, about 2005, when you started really being able to choose, are you going to go physical, are you going to go digital, console, PC? That's when gaming really started to take off. And players have always had a choice all the way up to now. I mean, look at all our services. You can play games physically on your actual PlayStation 5. You can play them on the cloud through your phone. You can even play them on your computer if you really want to. Choice is a really big factor in choosing your gaming style. But all these industry giants think that they can tell us what to do and how to play and how to think. And to a certain extent, they are right. Obviously, we are at their mercy for how they release the games, but we don't have to accept it. We can express our disinterest every way we want to. The digital future is of course inevitable, but that doesn't mean ownership has to go away. Having the ability to download my games digitally, whether it be on Steam or my PlayStation, is what I want the future of gaming to be. Obviously, I would prefer it to be physical, but physical is out its way. We all know that. I accept that. But having it to be cloud, that's just silly. That's just dumb. A really big example on what I think the future of gaming is going to be, like let's say we are like 10, 15 years into the future, digital's already there, no console has a disk drive. I think at this point you're going to start seeing consoles like PlayStation and Nintendo specifically branch out and start making handheld PCs, maybe have their own little launcher. And I feel like something like the Steam Deck, but in a PlayStation marketing style, will end up being the future of gaming. PlayStation already has the name recognition, but also with that, we get the choice of everything. Download your game straight to the console, the handheld console itself that you can then dock, stream, emulate it. Play whatever game you want, however you want, wherever you want, whenever you want. That's the ideal gaming future, especially if we go digital only. Because if we go digital only, what's the point in having a console that isn't, you know, hybrid anymore? Like it's useless. I just bought a PSP Go off of eBay. It should be here in the coming days. However, with that, that console was the ultimate, play at your own will type console of the 2000s. Play all your PSP games, emulate all of these games you want, remote play to your PlayStation 3. That was an ideal situation for gamers at the time. And until the day comes that gaming is very much streaming only, I think gamers aren't going to go down without a fight. I think gamers are going to continue to push back and make sure that we have a choice on whatever games we have, on whatever games we want to play. I'm telling you right now, if we went cloud only, I'm probably done. I will probably stop playing games at that point. Obviously, yes, I'll be playing legacy games. I have a billion and one different retro games. Well, at the time, they'll be retro, even PlayStation 5, that they'll be able to be played that I can go back in time for. And then, of course, I mean, I'll probably end up streaming whatever the big PlayStation releases are every year. But as far as, indie games and stuff goes, I'm done with them. I'm done with pretty much every second party, third party game. If it's not first party, then gaming's done at that point for me once we go cloud only. I'm not a big fan of spending a bunch of money just to have it taken away from me whenever, a licensing deal comes out. Because I consider this, Forza, every single 2 years when a new entry comes out, the last one gets delisted because they ran out of the rights for it. So there's going to come a time when even if you paid $70 for the brand new Forza game, you're going to get it taken away from you in 2 years because they had to take it off the cloud. That's the future we're marching towards. Obviously, not everyone who plays games actually cares about them, which, it's like that in every media. I mean, we all have music on our phone, but do you actually care about the music on your phone, or do you just listen to it when you're driving, when you're working out, playing games, etc.? Do you actually sit and look up the artist, research the songs? Probably not. But there are people who do that, and those people are the ones that are still out here buying records, buying CDs, buying all the memorabilia and merchandise. So for a good chunk of us, that's going to be our future continuing on. Like obviously, I'm not ignoring the market trends. I'm not ignoring anything about the future of gaming, but I do kind of see a small niche where maybe Nintendo, maybe if I'm lucky, PlayStation will be the one that'll continue doing physical media 20, 30, 40 years from now, and then that's going to be like the collector console, That's gonna be the console people like me go to. I would happily play all my games on like a downsized Nintendo that has like not even half the power of the PlayStation 8 in 20, 30 years, as long as that means I get physical games. Obviously, I'd still be playing my cloud games on the PlayStation, whatever is out at the time, to experience those games, but for other than that, pretty much everything would be bought on the smaller console if that means it's easier for them to make physical copies and I get to keep them. You know what I mean? Choice is definitely the biggest factor in gaming moving forward. And we never thought, honestly, I never thought, even for a second, that we would get to a point where that choice might be taken away from us. But over the past week, gamers have made it very, very clear that choice is what they want more so than anything else. Whether it's over what games come out, what games are pushed to them, or how they play their games, free choice and free will is what everybody wants. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this past week of Playby? All the improvements to the show, all the new things added, the overall arching theme of choice? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, try not to die, and we'll see you in the next video.